Welcome to Fast Tracks Conversations. I'm Zach, and in this session, we're going to highlight some new features of Cloud POS, particularly the new UI. We're also going to look at what's in the pipeline, and to help with that, I'm joined by Derek Sandoval. What's going on in Cloud POS? What are some new features that we've rolled out that have been impactful?
There's been a lot of report changes. One feature that I'm particularly a big fan of is going to be the automatic price changes. We, of course, have had the cost changes where you can review your cost changes and automatically apply those for a long time. And a feature we've had through the years that's been a request is automatic price changes.
So walk me through that scenario. What happens with it?
So in the store environment, of course, they're applying invoices, whether it be the corporate level applying the invoice for the store or the store themselves applying the invoices. There, of course, is generally going to be cost changes, some form or fashion. As you approve those cost changes, you can have a utility run in the background in real time that will automatically update those retail prices to go alongside those cost changes. And that gets automatically pushed down to the stores. There's checks in place to where you can set a percentage that if the cost change was a certain percentage change, to not automatically apply that price change, that gets put separately into a module for you to review manually. That way, if the store made a boo-boo or the vendor on the EDI file put an incorrect cost, you can check that preemptively, fix it, and then send your updated price down.
So for the outliers, if it was, an insane increase in cost or a zero cost, something like that, those outliers are ignored, stuck somewhere for the user to process later.
Exactly.
But for the day in, day out DSD changes that are such a nuisance for everyone to make, it's going to handle them automatically. I'm assuming it's going to try to keep it the same margin. Is it all margin
Correct.
based?
We're going to keep it as close to the same margin as possible. And then if you wanted to add those rounding to like the closest 9 cents or 99 cents or round down the same way, that option's there. You just select that option and it'll follow those rules you set in place.
Right. So the psychological pricing model. Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. One of my favorite recent ones, and I stumbled upon this by accident, I think I shared that with you earlier, is the employee group permission on the button. So tell me how that one came in.
That came in as a user request from one of our clients. We love getting requests. That's how we improve the software. It was on a particular button type, and we decided that was a great idea. And instead of doing it on just that one button type, we're like, why don't we do it across the system on every button type? So we did. And what that is basically you can whitelist or blacklist certain buttons to an employee group. That way, certain employees that are part of that group may or may not see it.
Okay. So that basically makes it so that we don't have to have a standalone permission for every possible scenario a customer comes up with.
Exactly.
And as new button types are added, we don't necessarily have to add a permission for that type of button because it can be handled through the employee group module.
Exactly. Yep. It future-proofs it. So any new button additions that we do in the future, automatically going to inherit that particular feature.
Correct. Just very similar to the manager one, just with more flexibility because now you can do it at any employee group level. So
exactly. And it also stacks with the other button parameters too. So if you still want those buttons that are only visible to certain employees to have a manager override required, you can still stack that permission on top of it.
On the UI side, customers have had a preview of it for a while now. What are some of the biggest differences that they'll see in it?
It's a much newer inspired design, more intuitive to use. It's simpler. One thing that I really prefer is in the older design. On the left-hand side of your screen, you have that dedicated area for your menus where you can choose to cycle through modules. That's always there. That's, you can't remove that. On the new design, you can collapse that. Not to mention, at the very top, my favorite feature is the search button. I mean, even me who uses the software every single day, hours on end, I may forget where a certain setting is that I want to find. I can just type it in that search bar at the very top, and then it lists that word, that tag I'm searching for globally, and I can quickly find what I'm needing to find.
Yeah, that's been my favorite. I wrote some software and I struggle finding things in it. The search is a universal search. What that means is it searches for things you would expect, such as products, but it also searches the system for any modules that match that search term. And it returns everything in the same list. And so that's what I really like about it.
Yeah, definitely. There, you have your favorites option, so you can favorite modules, favorite reports. You also have your recently viewed and recently accessed modules. So if you forget where you were, you can click on the quick links, view your favorites, and view where you were previously. It's just much easier to navigate.
There was a feature I wanted to touch on we had talked about briefly. And today, I don't know if people are aware, in Control Center, you can actually schedule or queue changes to be made. Generally speaking, if you make a change such as a price change, the stores receive it near instantly. However, you can schedule that change or queue that change to be applied later. But what would happen a lot of times is people would, have to set up a buy down or discount in conjunction with that price change. And so now you're not sure what this, the math was. So the buy down and the discount are looking at the current price, but you got to do the math now to determine what the future price is going to be and how that affects that buy down and discount. So what have we done for that?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head right there. That is a pain point that we've heard from some of our clients. So to help combat that, whenever you're in the discounts or buy downs, when you're previewing that change, there's a preview all price book zones hyperlink. When you click that, at the very top, there's now a view queued changes that you can toggle. By default, it's going to show what it is right now. So if that buy down or that discount hits the retail price right now, you're going to see what that change would be. Versus if you tap that or click it, depending on what device you're using, it will show the queued change. So then it will apply that buy down or discount to the queued price that hasn't been released yet to the stores. So you can view both now.
So basically it's a way, it's like, I know this price change is upcoming. I've already got it queued and I know there's a discount. I need to be able to see what the discount amount is with that change that's upcoming without doing math, because math is not fun.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And another benefit to that too is if you're not the only price book coordinator and someone applies a change in the queue, you can, and you're creating buy downs or discounts, you can say, oh, I didn't know that upcoming change was going to be hitting. If I need to take a second look at that discount value or buy down value, I can do so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So, was there anything else in the pipeline you wanted to talk about?
A lot of report changes, and we have a lot of. It's been in testing. We've been getting some really, really good feedback on the business intelligence side. So
the BI reporting,
business intelligence ordering, as well as reporting.
Yeah, I know that really when we talk BI, there's almost two buckets. We're going to have the integrated bucket, as you mentioned, is on the ordering side. And and to me, looking through the raw data and having that type of brain, the benefit of it is it's going to take into account things that aren't being taken into account today, such as your days where you didn't have inventory at all. So your days in inventory orders that are really, really needed accurate average sales per day, it's going to get more accurate because those days are removed, as well as any crazy outliers. Let's say if you average selling 3 per day, but then you have one day where you sold 72, it's going to be cognizant of that, correct?
Exactly. Those days we label as anomalies, and there's a curve that levels that all out. So it's going to help just overall get you a much more accurate ordering level.
Right. And where are these features being implemented? I know we talked about ordering. So how do I turn it on for ordering or use it in ordering?
And there'll be a separate login for getting into the reporting side. The ordering, of course, is built directly. It's an ordering method, the BI ordering method. But the reporting is going to be a separate login, and that will allow you to view the pre-cubed reporting.
Right. And that's
everything's going to be a data set.
Yep.
Everything's going to be a data set, and you can drag and drop and create custom reports.
Right, and that uses, I believe, Tableau as the front end.
That's correct.
Yeah. So on the BI ordering, I've been a part of the meetings. We've talked through those, and it really does make a difference. You're able to run, and you can do this as well. You can run reports or orders both ways and compare and contrast, and you really see just those small changes make a big difference. When it comes to accuracy. Yeah, super. Awesome. Well, I think that's going to about wrap us up today. So, Derek, thank you for taking the time to talk with us. Your knowledge about the system is definitely unparalleled, and I really love the enthusiasm.
I've had a great time. Let's do this again sometime in the future.
Absolutely. All right. Take care, bud. We'll see you.
Thank you. You too.